Hello, it's Gemma from The Crafty Little Gem, and we are back today with this cute little bag tutorial. You all saw the larger one the other day and wanted me to do the little one, so I've come on just to do this one for you. I'll open it up to show you the inside. These bits are going to be hidden today, so that's going to make it a lot better, and you should be able to see a lot more of what I'm doing on this one because obviously it's smaller. So I'll just bring a couple of little bits in for what we're going to need. And you will obviously, first of all, you'll need some card that measures 8 1/4 by 11 1/2. Now, on the 11 1/2 inch side, we're going to score at 1 1/2, 5, 6 1/2 and 10. Okay, you're then going to need 2 smaller bits, and these will both measure 2 1/2 by 4 1/2. Okay, and on the 2 1/2 inch side, you're just going to score at 1/2 inch and 2 inches, and on the 4 1/2 inch side, you're just going to score at 3 1/2. And you're going to have 2 of those. Now, out of the same bit of paper that you cut the sides off, you need another bit that measures just under 8 1/8 by 3 1/2. You'll need 2 of those. That's for the inside. And one bit that measures 1 3/8 by 3 1/2 again. You'll also obviously need some ribbon for your handles and your closure. So we can get on. I'll pop that away. And all we're going to do is burnish all of our score lines that we have made on our card. This is obviously going to be the main body of the card. You're then going to flip it over, and what I've done is I'm just going to use a pencil, and I'm just going to use the thickness of this because this is probably about 1 inch, but I'm just going to come in 2 inches from each side like so, and I'm going to come in 1 inch down, and that's just from that score line there. You're making 2 little spots, 2 inches coming in and 1 inch down. You're then going to do exactly the same on the other side. 2 inches, just move that across and line that up with that score line across the top with the 8 and come in at 6. So that's that bit done, and that is for the handles that we've done that for. Then what we're going to do is for the top bit, we're just going to work across this top section here, and you're kind of aiming for the middle. So in the middle of the 1 1/2 bit, and you're going to mark at 3. And you're going to come in from the other side 3. So 1 2 3, like so. Now, I've got this hole punch, and it is absolutely fantastic. So all I'm going to do is where I've made my little marks, I am just going to hole punch. Now, I've done the top bit and I've done everything for the handles, but we haven't done this bit down here. What we're actually going to do is we're going to bring that up like so. You're then going to bring your pencil in, make sure everything's lined up, and you're just going to make 2 little dots where they lined up with the top. So you know that when you put your ribbon through, that will all line up. And again, coming in with my little gadget, and all you need to do is hover it over the top and press straight down, and then it won't move. So when you come to line it up, the holes are perfect on either side. So that's the main body bit. We're going to work on the sides. So again, on these sides, just fold and burnish your score lines. I'm going to come in with a bit of tape. Before I even start cutting. So you're actually putting it on the side that you want the pattern paper to be on, like so, and just one across the bottom. I could probably get another one in on the bottom there. Oops. And on this one. Right. So I'm just going to fold and burnish this other one. And then this is how we're going to cut it. You're just going to cut up and just wedging in on both of the sides just to take them out like so. And I'm also just going to chomp away a bit at the top just so I know it's okay. And again, it's probably easier if I do it on this side. And chomp a bit away of those tops. Okay. So we've got rid of that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come in with our ribbon, and we're actually going to attach this to the bag first. And I think I'm going to measure about 12 inches because we don't want the handles to be too big, like so. So I have just cut my 2 bits of 12. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in with my tape, and I'm just from there to the hole down. I'm just adding some glue. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this double-sided tape, and I'm going to take one of the ribbons and I'm going to pop it through that hole. I'm then going to fold it back up onto itself just so I can attach that to the top like so. I'm then going to bring my ribbon round, making sure that it's all flat and not twisted like so. I'm then going to bring the ribbon through and I'm going to apply that to the top again, and then I can actually pull that out, and that is one handle to the side of our bag. I'm going to do exactly the same to this side. You're obviously going to be covering the inside of the bag, so again, that really doesn't matter how messy it is at the moment on the inside. So I've got my ribbon, pressing it to the top to where that score line is, and then I'm pulling back again. I'm going to thread that through like so, if I can grab it. Make sure it's not twisted and get it the right way. I'm then going to pop the end of the ribbon at the top and pull it through, back through, and that, then you know that both of the handles on your bag will be exactly the same. Right, so we're going to work on the inside now, and we have our side panels. What we're going to do is we're just going to take the double-sided tape off, like so. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to line it up in between them score lines, but on that side. You're then going to come in and do exactly the same with the bottom piece. You can take all the sides off, it doesn't matter, because then we're going to bring it in from the top. So again, in between them score lines, but on that cut line. We can then go ahead and bring that side up like so. I would then do this other side and bring that up to that score line there. Bring this side up, and you're bringing it up in line with this score line. And again, you're just doing the last side and popping that like that. So then we can fold those out, get the bone folder in, and make sure they're stuck down really well on either side. So now we're just going to come in with the papers that we're going to pop inside. Just check that they fit, which that one does. And all it's going to do is cover up these bits here and make the outside and the inside just correspond a little bit. So with this one, I am going to use liquid glue, just because you've got that wiggle room with it. I'm going to make sure I've got plenty on the outsides, and especially where that ribbon's going to be. And then we can just pop that in and bring it right to the top. Get your bone folder in and push that down like so. Okay, we're then going to do the other side again. Plenty of glue where the handles are. Whoops. This is obviously, again, just to decorate the inside and get everything a little bit more neater. We're going to pop that one in there. Make sure it's to the top. Squish it down with the bone folder, make sure it's grabbing. Okay, so you can see you've got your pattern paper on both sides there. And then I'm just going to pop one on that side. Like so, squash that down. And again, one on this side. I'm just going to pop that in and pop that down. Oh. Pop that down like so. And then all we need to do is come in with the other little bit of ribbon. And I've got quite a lot here, but it doesn't bother me. I can gauge it. What am I doing? Yeah. So this is going to be the bottom one for me. Then I'm just going to pop that down and bring these sides up and in. I'm going to get the other end of my ribbon. Obviously you won't need as much as this. I'd probably say about 12 inches again would be fine. I'm just going to, whoops, just going to make them level. I can always chop it down again. Make sure that's really tight and make sure it's flat underneath, and then you can tie your bow for the top. Make it as big or as small as you like, and then just going to trim these ends like so. There we go, and that's your box done. Again, we've done this one, but we've obviously hidden these little knots. You can cut a little bit for the bottom to go across on the inside of there, but obviously I've forgotten or I've misplaced it. I don't know what I've done with it, but I thought that was quite a cute little box. You obviously can also change up the colours. You don't have to have the pattern bit on the side. You could have the pattern bit as the main bit and then plain bits on the side. And what I do is I have this bit, the bit that's folded over, I have that as my front. And then all you need to do is tie your bow again on this one. Whoops. Like so. Just going to cut those ends again because they've gone a bit funny. I can burn them with a candle later just to secure them into place. But there we go. That is our smaller bag. I hope you enjoyed that, everybody, and I shall see you for the next one. Bye.